Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Nothing But Games podcast. I am your host for some reason, Marcus.
Changing it up this week.
And
I didn't want to do the responsibility of taking the host every week, so...
And I'm joined by Matthew.
Hello.
That's it?
Hello there.
There's
Now
another
turn to
guy
Obi-Wan
over here.
Kenobi.
He's
And
back from building the
I'm
wall.
I'm giving him his spotlight.
I'm sorry.
And-
Please continue, Matthew. Chiappetta.
Back. No, he's done. Back from the United States of America.
Land of the free.
Michael.
Home of the brave.
Home of the eagle.
Oh, I like that.
Michael.
Hey, how's it going?
Michael.
I'm back. I'm alive.
Luizio.
We finally have 3 people.
Yeah.
Finally.
For the first time in like 3 weeks.
It's been a while. And we're recording like super late from when we did last time.
This is like super late.
So
like we're cutting it close.
I thought it was Friday today. I'm like, oh no, we still have to record.
It's okay, don't worry. At least we know that Nintendo now bought Microsoft.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're on top of
Yeah.
it.
Last week we missed that news, so, good job, guys. Good job.
I felt as if nothing happened this week, but then Matt took all the notes, and then he's like, here, you host. And I'm like, and now I have his notes. Apparently a lot happened.
Yeah, I guess.
Decent amount.
Quite, like,
Wait, question before we continue. Is this episode 5 on it we're at?
4.
answer before we continue. This is 5, I think.
5. I think it's 5. Because
It's
we
on the
did
top
2
of that
together
page.
and then
It's
1.
on the top of that page.
It is on top of the page. What was I going to bring up? Oh, yeah. Next week, we will do the...
Yeah, so it's 5.
Next week,
5.
okay, we've established it is episode 5.
I'm sorry, please continue,
Next
host.
week, we will be doing the E3 predictions
Yes.
show.
Hype!
How that's going to work, I'm just laying it out for everyone now, and for you guys in case you forgot. We'll only do it for the 3 big boys, the 3 first parties, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo.
Bethesda.
No. We will do... just bring 3 each, do some extras.
Symmetra?
Just yeah. We'll open the path. No, we won't do any of the third parties. Maybe we'll talk about what we think, but it won't be any official lockdown set in stone predictions for the rest of our lives that we have to abide by.
Because we know we're going to be wrong, so...
Exactly.
I mean-
I won't, but you two will.
You want to bet, Marcus?
You guys
I'll bet you I
both
get
look
more
at me
predictions
in
right than you.
unison. Fine, I'll bet that.
Oh.
Okay, so hang on. To make it official, what are we betting on? What are the terms? And you have to both visually
Mike has
shake
to pay
hands.
for my flight to E3.
Yeah, okay.
Mike already paid for a second flight.
Exactly.
That's true.
Thanks,
no.
Lucas.
You're welcome. Shout out to Lucas, who doesn't pay things on time. It's fine.
It happens to us all.
He's been
Yeah.
on this podcast.
He has
First
been on this
official guest
podcast.
star.
That's right.
Yep. The week
The
that
fourth
he
member.
replaced you.
But yeah, don't bring... Yeah, and we didn't even bother to replace Mike. Because no one can replace Mike.
Because no one can replace Mike.
But that was our longest episode yet of just Matt and I talking.
Yeah, it
He
actually
has had a lot of good things to talk about. Though. Far Cry
was-
5,
it was
Red
majority
Dead 2
Destiny.
delayed. Oh yeah, and Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kinda.
that's last week. As I was saying.
I was just mentioning what we talked about last week. I'm sorry. Please continue, host.
Yeah, and don't bring any bullshit predictions like Nintendo's going to show Mario Odyssey or
Wait, they're not?
that Phil Spencer is going to fucking be on the Microsoft conference unless you're like Phil Spencer will ride out on a horse. Or like
Hey, I would not be surprised.
Aisha Tyler won't host the Ubisoft conference.
Aisha Tyler will
Please,
be hosting every
that'd be
island.
great.
I love Aisha Tyler.
So do I.
She's a great host.
She's terrible.
Mike,
Wha-
why?
Let's just move on before I
you
get
hate
triggered
Aisha
again,
Tyler?
please.
I don't understand what his problem is, but I don't care because he's an idiot anyway.
He is.
We're talking about Aisha Taylor here, not me.
No, I'm talking about you.
Don't assume.
All right, shut up. First news. I'll just go with what's in order. It's not from most important to least important, but we'll just go on the way Matt decided to write this down. So first is, when was it? Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Or actually, no. Let me set this up. Throughout the week, Blizzard at Overwatch, they've been teasing a new map, which they officially revealed yesterday, which is the Horizon Lunar Colony. It is the first map set in space. It is on the moon. And with that, we got a picture earlier in the week saying, giving some more lore about all of the gorillas and test subjects that were on that moon base in that colony that... In the story of Overwatch, scientists were raising gorillas, and then that's how we got the character Winston.
And then Gorilla Grodd gained powers.
Exactly.
And then he captured Captain Cold
I should have seen
and
that
gave
coming.
him his cold gun.
I should have
And
seen
then
that
Barry
coming.
Allen's mom died.
And then we got Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
And then, some scientists were raising gorillas, as you know. As actually I know, and Mike knows, and you probably know.
I know as well, yes.
Yeah, I know, but
And
sometimes you don't like Overwatch, and then sometimes you do.
I'm
we're not
very
going to get
on
into
and
that.
off,
Let me
honestly.
finish fucking setting this whole thing up.
Yep.
Yeah, gorillas were made. That's how we got the hero Winston. And then after, in that image that they showed earlier this week, there were 2 names highlighted as specimens that were unaccounted for, one being Winston and another being Hammond. So people are now theorizing that there will be a new hero named Hammond. What we presumably know about this character is that he is a smaller species than the rest of the gorillas.
Hi there.
And,
Jetpack cat.
and yeah, that it is indeed an animal. So
Wow, I would never have guessed.
What I was predicting is that it's probably a like monkey or chimpanzee, like a smaller gorilla, like in the ape family.
Right, because, it wouldn't make any sense if they had a different kind of species.
And you mentioned Jeff Kaplan, the game director on Overwatch,
From the Overwatch team.
getting in a burp there. He mentioned previously of they were when they were doing new heroes, the game team had a jetpack cat in development and they really liked it, but then they just scrapped it. I don't think it'll be that though.
Probably not.
They're probably like a cute reference.
Yeah, like a spray or some sort for Winston. You know,
But,
he's sitting there eating
I
his
do
banana,
think
petting a cat.
It will be I think it'll be like a small monkey type thing, because it needs to. You don't really have many characters that can go on like all fours unless you have like Orisa, but they kind of like managed a way to get around that.
She's not all 4. She has 6.
And
things.
like her.
Shut up.
And
being factual.
and she's also like her feet are very like pushed in together. It's not like she has a long form, a long body.
Yeah.
Just like what Orisa's body.
I just said my stuff. Also, one more prediction. I don't think it'll be a defense hero because
That's what I was going to say.
We've gone one of each so far for each.
Except for defense.
I don't think it will be. I remember in an interview a couple months ago, I think it was Jeff Kaplan, they were talking about that we shouldn't be expecting, just because maybe we got a tank hero recently with Orisa, that we shouldn't be expecting another tank hero. Maybe we should be, because like we'll add, like they want to keep us on our toes pretty much.
Yeah,
I think it'll. I don't know which hero. I don't think it'll be a defense though.
But if it's a small animal, they could do like a mech kind of thing with Diva, but I don't know if it'd be a tank would make sense.
I don't think they do another mech. I think that's
so then it wouldn't be a tank. So then it's
I don't think that's already too exclusive to what Diva has. I don't know if they want to be like making clones of characters' abilities.
Exactly, that's my point. So if they're not going to do a mech for this Hammond guy, then he can't be a tank. So he has to be support, offense or defense. Mm-hmm. I don't think it'll be a support. That doesn't seem
That'd be cool, because presumably this character is also evil because he was the one who or she was the one who broke out of their cage.
Exactly.
And,
so support doesn't make any sense.
But it would be cool to see an evil support hero. We don't have one.
Exactly. Why wouldn't it make any sense?
We haven't. Is there an
Yeah,
evil?
we do. We have Sombra.
Sombra's not. She's an attack
hero.
number 1.
No.
Okay.
Dino Flask says she's a support hero, so she's a support
Is there
hero.
an evil tank? I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
Zarya, no.
Technically Orisa. Technically.
No.
Oh, well, no, she
Because of the skin.
Yeah, the null sector skin.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
For actual heroes, there really aren't many villains, anyways.
Yeah, there's
other
only
than, Reaper, Sombra, and Widowmaker. Essentially,
she's
she's like an anti-hero, but
Yeah.
I'd consider her more villainy than like any other hero other than Reaper and Widowmaker.
McCree's kind of iffy too.
Yeah, the Blackwatch whole saga.
Yeah.
What do you think,
He
Matthew?
went through a phase.
About Hammond?
It's like one of those emo phases where it's like, God, it's not a phase, Mom, and then he lost his arm, and then he's like totally humble now, and then he went to go like chill a bit with Zenyatta, and he's like, "Sup, bitch."
So, dude.
What do you think about the whole story?
I don't know.
You don't play Overwatch that much anymore, but you still
I
have
don't.
played Overwatch. You've played a lot of Overwatch. You played it before any of us.
I have. When it comes to
Two
the
copies
lore,
of it.
I haven't dived into the lore too much, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. Everything seems interesting. Everything seems to be fitting together very slowly. I have not seen any of the comics. Even though I would like to, I just don't know where to find them. But a simple Google search could probably fix that. If I'm
my
honest
question
with you.
is where's Doomfist?
Who cares?
Everybody thought he would be here 3 years ago, and he's not here.
It's
yet.
better than what they did with Sombra, though, where at least we know Doomfist is he's doing stuff in this Overwatch universe, but they're not actually teasing everyone like they did with Sombra and have a countdown to a website, which then just revealed another countdown, and it was just insane.
Yeah, that was dumb. But I mean, with Doomfist, it's because he's coming, but now they're hinting other ones.
They had to delete all the voice lines from the old actor to bring in Terry Crews.
Yeah, that did happen.
No, I don't think Terry Crews will be the actual hero. I'd be surprised if he is. If anything, he'll have an animated short role.
Yeah, but what's the deal with all? Yeah, but what's the deal with all of him at Overwatch at Blizzard then?
Nothing. Blizzard's huge.
If he's just a random.
He's a celebrity, so I guess.
But I mean,
listen, Terry Crews could do what Terry Crews wants.
I agree, but I'm just saying there might be something there more than what we know.
Other than that, yeah, we pretty much just like skipped over the map and went straight to the theorizing of the character. But the map actually does look pretty cool. They have an anti-gravity segment in it, which is the first first change in like terms of gravity towards in Overwatch maps.
What do you mean by anti-gravity? Like,
so like you jump higher and you like float a bit more when you're going down, kind of like how with Mercy you like float down. There's like two little sections on the sides of the map where they're airlocks. So it's not, you have the actual space station, and then there's these airlocks. Then you go outside onto the actual moon, and then there's another entrance to get into a different side of the map. Mm-hmm. And in between the exit and entrance, that's all anti-gravity, and you can pretty much like knock people off of the moon as if you knock people off of maps.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's a video game.
That's true. Yeah, I haven't seen any of this, so like I'm definitely gonna look at it later. But yeah, I was happy that they did the assault map. Mm-hmm. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, it's the third it's the third map added to the game aside from the arcade maps. The third like actual map that you'll be playing like quick and competitive play, and it's good that it's an actual different map than what Eichenwald and Oasis were.
Yeah, they literally did the 3 different type of maps with the 3 first difference.
Other than that, new changes on the Overwatch PTR. We won't get into that. It's
Players tiers region.
It's a lot of inside baseball stuff. If you like Overwatch, get into that. But the next thing that we have broke like an hour ago, pretty much. Yeah. I didn't even know this was announced until Matt wrote it down.
You're welcome.
That was a huge scoop, and this guy just kind of like plays it off like it was like common knowledge. When I saw that, I was like, "What is he talking about?" I didn't even know about that, and then I looked it up, and it was right there.
I feel like I haven't done enough talking this podcast, so I'm going to do this segment because.
All right, cool.
Wow, he clearly got bored of you hosting. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I got to do it."
But Mike, who is the better host?
Oh, I don't know. I got to think about it. While you read, I'll think about it.
Okay. News that Marcus tried to play off was the Magikarp app that launched earlier this week. It's absolutely a lot of fun. I'm kidding. Nobody cares. Nintendo released the prices for the paid service that is coming out. Supposedly was supposed to come out at the end of this year, but they've actually delayed it until 2018. The prices are all listed in US dollars. $3.99, so $4 a month. $8 for 3 months, and then you got $20 for 12 months. We can only assume that it's going to be a little bit markup. So what? $8.
Well, for Canada,
$12, yeah. $30.
Yeah, I'd probably say like $28-$30 for the full thing.
Give or take.
That's for us.
The first thing I take from this, honestly, is the delay to 2018 is interesting because I was thinking about it. Maybe it coincides with the Smash delay.
Yeah,
an internal Smash delay. Maybe they're planning on releasing it in 2017.
I was actually thinking that this E3 they were going to bring out Smash, a Smash 3DS and Wii U combination and make it a Switch version, and then they would have announced the online service with it and announced it day and date.
Exactly.
So that way people would actually have something to play.
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense for Nintendo to release this service and Smash at the same time. So this delay of the service to 2018 leads me to believe that Smash might have been delayed to 2018.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
I'm honestly hoping that this is not another port over of another Smash Brothers game because they're all been port overs.
No, they haven't.
There's literally not been a single.
No. I mean, like port. All the Switch games have been port overs from the Wii U. So I'm hoping that this game is not another port.
It will be.
I know it will be, but a man can hope.
Dude, get used to it.
I know.
Another thing I was thinking about is maybe this also coincides with an Odyssey delay, possibly as well. Maybe they are considering an Odyssey multiplayer.
No, there won't be online multiplayer for Mario Odyssey.
When is a Nintendo game in multiplayer?
Just saying, Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah,
it wasn't online.
No, I mean like, yeah.
Okay, that was just an idea. I'm pretty sure this Smash is what the real thing is.
Yeah,
here.
Or Pokken.
Well,
that could be
it's possible.
Yeah, they've been doing. I think they've had new characters in the Japanese arcade version that still haven't come to like the actual like retail version.
Yeah, they haven't come to the Wii U version.
Yeah,
yes, that would make sense, but I don't think that's a seller as much as Smash is.
It's just a theory.
To be quite honest with you, I don't really know what they're planning to do, but let's leave this conversation until next week when we give our E3 predictions.
Well, wait, one more thing I want to talk about before we move on from this is the pricing, because a while ago, there was that Japanese. I don't know if you remember, the Japanese price was leaked. It was like something yen, and it was about $20 to $30 American. So this coincides with that. So we know that everything's on track. Par, same thing. And I'm okay with this price. I don't know if you guys are.
Yeah, I'm.
Even though I don't know like exactly what the service is, like I'm okay with paying what 20 American, probably around 30 Canadian for a full year. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with this. If it was something like an Xbox Live or PSN membership at $70 for the year, I would not have purchased it. It would have been an automatic no from me and a lot of people.
because I don't have a Switch yet, but from what I've heard from people who do have it, who are playing like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe online, they're saying there's still like connectivity issues that were like present in the Wii U version.
Yeah, I play Mario Kart 8 online a lot, and there are you drop out a lot, and it takes a while to get into a game, which wasn't like that on Wii U. So yeah,
the $20 price though, to me it kind of screams more of like, in a sense, like we're not worth it compared to like everyone else. Like, what does this mean with like other services? Like we saw the voice chat doesn't even have an actual. There's no official first party Nintendo voice chat service yet.
Yeah.
They haven't released this app that for some reason has to be on your phone, and also with the free games that I remember them talking about, like their PS Plus and games with Gold style, where it's just like NES and SNES games, and supposedly the SNES games had some sort of online component to them, and you only keep them for that month. You don't actually
that's
keep
all
them
we know.
forever.
Yeah. So. Look, I get your point where it's like they're basically coming out and saying our service is not as good as the other ones, but at the same time, like if they come out with a $60 or $70, however,
because historically they've never been good with the Wii and the Wii U. They've both been pretty bad with what was free online services. They were constantly laggy and just not even worth it compared to like what like Xbox Live set like over a decade ago, which is like really good.
The other point that I wanted to make too as well. Going back to the whole not having an actual voice chat on the console itself, I don't know, the application at one point, I get where they're coming from, but it's just not worth doing, considering the fact that yes, your phone is something that's always on you, and kids nowadays always have like iPads or whatever. But it is something that should have been built into the console itself. What stops me, so first, like, if I go look at my setup at home, right? I have a pair of Astros at home with a mix amp. This mix amp allows me to connect my Switch to the mix amp, which now means I can use my my own programs, my own microphone for voice chat for my other friends, and still have my Switch audio in my earphones as well. Like, what's the point? The app does the same thing, right? Yeah. So
it's definitely weird that they went with the smartphone. We talked about this before, but still, like it's really weird how they decided that the best option was to put it through your phone instead of putting it on the system.
Yeah,
I think they also do realize that a lot of people wouldn't buy it or wouldn't subscribe to the service if it were like $50 or over. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure just like keeping it at that $20 price point, at least in America, it'll get the more casual Switch owner who owns Mario Kart and whatnot, who are like, say like Q2 of next year, who's like, oh, I miss Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I want to play online again. I don't mind paying just $20 to keep a subscription for the year.
And on that point, it's a good idea that they have the 3-month and the 1-month options, because if someone picks up a game and they're like, oh, I'm not going to play it for a full year, well, I don't play it for maybe a month. Oh, they can pay the $4. What is it? $4 American?
Splatoon and ARMS. That would be.
Wait, what was the 1 month price again?
$4.
Oh, okay.
Which is that's really good. If you pick up a game, you're like, oh, I want to play this online. $4 isn't it's not going to break your bank.
It's kind of like, well, there was also the Games Pass subscription. I don't think you wrote that down. The Xbox Games Pass.
I did not write that down.
It was 100
It's over 100 games a month or something.
Yeah,
something
that'll
like
continue to cycle out like Netflix and it's like what, $15? I might be completely wrong about that.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I don't imagine it being more than like 15 to 20, but I'm pretty sure from what people have been saying, it's a good deal compared to. At least compared to like PlayStation Now, which is just like streaming old PS3 games. At least with Games Pass, you get to. It's with the more Netflix model where stuff is being cycled out, and you can even, I believe, you can download these games onto your system while you're playing them instead of having to directly stream them. Then again, I'm just fucking going off of what I remember, but I do know that I think you also get discounts for the games that you are playing. So.
Yeah, if you have the Xbox
and
Live,
they do have big things like Halo 5 on it right now. Which
but the problem with that is like everybody's played those games already, right?
Yeah, but not people who are going to be subscribing to this.
That's true. But like for us, it doesn't matter.
And there is a free 14-day trial going on right now if you're gold.
I absolutely think that's a fantastic opportunity for players to jump onto, especially somebody who jumps in and out of games very quickly or something of the sort. Like they have that entire library of games that they can go explore. They can, like one, bang, just download another one or whatever, just go play another one, or bang, just keep going. Yeah,
I think that was a good idea for Microsoft to get new people to buy Xbox, like Xboxes now. Because if someone was like, oh, I don't want to buy an Xbox, I don't really care about playing the games. Now they have an excuse where they can play all these games for much cheaper than.
And it's also they have a new console coming out later this year.
That is true, Scorpio.
Although, however much a year, I believe it was around like $120 a year if you were American. So who knows how much that is here?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're getting a Scorpio later this year and you missed out on a bunch of Xbox One games and even 360 games, I think that will be a good deal.
Exactly, as long with the backwards compatibility. Plus, you still got the games with gold going on. A lot of opportunities, go and play a whole bunch of things that you missed.
They're in an interesting position where now they can do a lot of pro-consumer things rather than... Because we saw last generation where the Xbox 360 was doing superior, like it was doing so much better than the PlayStation 3, and we saw Sony take a lot of risks that actually paid off for them here, and now that Microsoft is they're on the tail end of this generation in terms of hardware, they can actually start doing like a lot of experiments. So
they were definitely on the tail end from what I've been seeing, especially coming from somebody who sells these products. It's equal, or it's equalized now more than ever. A lot of people.
Well, it's still about like 2-1.
Yeah. A lot of people have been picking up their PlayStations and then coming back and picking up like a used Xbox or something just to have in the house. I'm on that TV, so you're on this TV, and I have something else to play and this and that, whatever.
Yeah, right? I remember the sales data for the longest time. It was PS4 at the top of the sales data every month.
Microsoft hasn't, I believe, since they crossed like 10 million back in like 2013 or 14, they haven't revealed any official numbers, much like what Sony would do last generation.
Yeah, because they're so far behind.
Like if you're doing well, you want to present those numbers, but once you're which is kind of like I don't know how I feel about that. Like, just release your numbers, even if it makes you look bad. I'll just be transparent. When we see they're on the losing team, they don't want to like show their cards. They don't want to show how well or how poorly they're doing. That's the thing, is PlayStation and Sony are doing so well right now with PlayStation 4 that like people don't realize that Microsoft is doing well with Xbox. It's outpacing like the 360 sales in this time of its generation last year.
Yeah,
but it is still being like clobbered by the PlayStation 4 sales,
which is crazy. Like, that's how well the PS4 is doing. Like, it is selling.
Like, people crazy. Presume it's that the one is about at about 25 to 30 million, as opposed to like the PS4 is over 60
million,
now.
Right? Over 60.
Yeah, it's gone.
Like, that's more GameCubes and Wii U's combined.
Yeah,
like, so that's nothing to sneeze at.
Well, it's because a lot of. So the other reason you have to understand as well is a lot of the same people are buying secondary or third PlayStations as well, considering there is no, for example, GameCube had a whole bunch of couch co-op games. The new generation does not. So we got games like, if you want to play Forza together, there's no split screen. Or you want to play Halo 5 together, there's no split screen. So if you wanted to play Forza or Halo or Forza with me, you got to go buy another Xbox or another PlayStation. So people do that. Hence why I'm assuming the sales are high. That does contribute to it. The other factor being the original marketing campaign 4 years ago absolutely demolished Microsoft.
Then they've been with like Phil Spencer taking over after Don Matrick and him like stepping down. Because even Sony, they changed leaderships too. They had Sean Layden take over Jack Tretton, but he left off. He left off on a high note, and then Don Matrick, he moved over to like Zynga, which were what the creators of, was it Farmville that they made?
I think so.
Yeah, and then who the hell knows what they're up to now? But like Phil Spencer actually knows his shit. He's been doing Yeah. He actually, which we've even seen with their E3 stuff, how they pretty much only focused on games, and when they're not talking about games, they're talking about games hardware, not just like TV and movies and Kinect and all that stuff.
They had that one E3 where they talked about the HoloLens for like 15 minutes. You remember that?
Ago, yeah.
That was the only counterpoint to what you're saying right there. But other than that, they've been pretty good with talking about games.
lot of the HoloLens, I think, moved to a whole bunch of like business aspect.
Yeah, it's more of like the Windows, like pure Microsoft side rather than like the Xbox.
Yeah, they realized that it wasn't good for games. Took that out.
Well, I don't think they wanted. I don't think AR can compete with VR, at least right now.
Yeah.
Well, even though that VR, as of right now, in my opinion, is still not worth it because it's too new and the games are just overpriced demos.
Games? There are games for VR?
I know, right? Oh. Overpriced demos, in my opinion.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we got a little off topic there.
No, it's good. As you can tell, we're all excited for E3.
Right? Crazy.
I said all of that from Magikarp Jump.
Honestly,
that's much we just love talking about Magikarp.
So we talked about Far Cry 5 last week. This week they released 3 trailers. I don't know if you guys have seen them yet.
The character trailers, right?
Yeah, the character trailers.
I didn't watch them. I watched one, the one with the girl one, but the rest of them I didn't watch.
I was scrolling through Facebook one day because I wasn't aware that they came out, and I saw this. The first ever thing I looked at, it was like, I think 2 a.m. or something. I'm looking at this trailer, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. They shot like a live action. No, they did not. Nope, this is the game. Super impressed by the character stories, the way they're developing the characters, the realism between them. I think the way that they swear and they bleep it out is kind of cheesy, but
that's just it's not gonna be in the actual game.
No,
it's
no,
just
of
for
course.
Trailer purposes.
Yeah, no, I think it was just kind of cheesy, but overall, like, I really enjoyed what I saw, even though I didn't see too much of it. It's something. It's like, okay, I want to know what's going on, you know. I want to experience it. So.
I really like the whole like cult idea and like the covers like the last step. We were talking about this yesterday. I thought that's really cool. Like
Mike
they're
just
really
admitted it. He's a big fan of cults. Way to go!
Yeah,
good job.
I don't know. I'm excited for it. It comes out February next year.
Honestly, I'm not excited.
27th.
Yes.
I know you guys talked about this last week, but I'm going to give my quick impressions.
Well, we didn't have the trailer last week. We only had
the fact that it was real.
Yeah.
Well, like I played Far Cry 4 and I did not like it, so I'm kind of excited for this game in a way that like I want to see what happens in the game because I'm interested in the whole cult idea, but I probably won't play it.
I love Far Cry. I'll probably get it day one.
Yeah, you got all the
get
trophies
it for Xbox. We can co-op it because the campaign they've announced that you can play it all single player or you can play the entire campaign co-op as well.
Yeah, that was same with Far Cry 4.
Yeah,
I do not like the co-op campaign. I had to play co-op just with Mike just so I could get one achievement because I was playing back on Xbox back in the day.
Come on,
I was about to trade it and he's like, no, play with me. I gotta get the trophy and I did it for him.
Come on, Marcus, get it. We'll play it together. We'll do a live stream.
I don't like playing multiplayer.
We'll do a live stream.
Overwatch.
Twitch.tv/NightmareMC.
Marcus is a
but I'm excited for Far Cry 5. I played every one except for like 2 and Primal.
Yeah.
You didn't play the first one?
I played the remake of the first one and it was okay. I even have Far Cry 3 signed by Michael Mondo, who does the voice of Voss, which is the villain in the game. So.
Hey, everybody, email us at nothingbutgamespodcast@gmail.com if you want Marcus and I to do a stream of Far Cry 5 when it came out.
That was like, 27 minutes in this time?
Yeah.
That's the record, I think.
The latest I am getting earlier and earlier every episode.
You should probably do that at the beginning.
I have the book again, so I guess I'm hosting again.
Well, I gave it back to Marcus.
This is like
crazy.
Revolving door hosting.
This is Marcus's episode.
Is it my turn? When's my turn?
No, shut up.
Never your turn.
I'm kidding.
It'll never be your turn. What is he gives me the book back when we're going to talk about freaking Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind DLC.
Damn it, give me the book back then because I just started playing.
Well, that's all it says. I don't know. Is there anything important to that? Mike and I don't play Elder Scrolls Online.
So realistically,
what's Elder Scrolls?
God. Anyway, so realistically, I'm the only one who's actually. I don't know if Marcus, did you play this game when it first launched or no? So I'm the only one on the table who's actually played this game. I played it when it first launched, and I'm actually currently playing it as we speak. My cousin and I just wanted to get back into an MMO and decided that this was our best option, and we are absolutely loving it. They've changed the game for the better. Things actually work properly, and there's so many things to do, and I absolutely love it. We have been grinding the crap out of this game. We already have 24 or so hours.
He's been grinding with his cousin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've been grinding the crap out of this game, and Bow chicka wow wow. Anyway.
So continue back to you and your cousin grinding with each other.
Yeah, we do. In the same room sometimes too. Morrowind is coming out June 6th. So that's a new expansion.
Came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like that's an Elder Scrolls game. Didn't that already come out?
Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind came out multiple years ago. Okay. Elder Scrolls Online DLC Morrowind is coming out June 6th.
How can we make that mistake? Our apologies.
It's a nerdy game anyways.
It is a nerdy game.
Anyway, I'm super excited. They're changing the game. You can check out a whole bunch of other things on how they changed the game online as well. Going to be talking about it after it comes out. Hopefully we'll get a chance to experience it before I go away. I doubt it. But we will see. Slowly gaining an entire group of people to now play with. A whole bunch of people. I have about five people now who own the game as well. So
you have 5 people?
Yeah.
You own 5 people?
I do.
You own slaves?
No. No.
Mike's a cult fan and you own slaves? What the hell's going on here?
You're really.
I don't know what this podcast turned into.
5 episodes in, and you're really starting to see our true colors here. Apparently, Mike likes cults. Apparently, I own slaves.
I don't like cults. I'm just very interested in their intricacies.
I've done nothing. You can't put it on me. I'm the host. I haven't done
anything.
Anything.
Marcus will get you soon.
Yeah, we'll find something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Morrowind or the Elder Scrolls stuff. I don't really play MMOs, and I don't really play Elder Scrolls. I did play Marvel Heroes Omega last week after playing Overwatch, which is I tried playing it on my Mac like a year or two ago, just because the reason why is because it is a Marvel game, and I'm like I can't do MMOs. I just played through the story, and that was
this is something nobody cares about.
Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of things no one cares about, they finally dropped that Lego Marvel 2 Superheroes trailer, and the X-Men and the Fantastic Four are nowhere to be seen. It's a lot of Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff, which is like okay, but like you don't have the X-Men. Like, come on, like.
So drastic news update. Marcus is extremely upset about this new trailer. Everybody send your condolences.
Do you know how happy I'll be if they drop them in there?
What the hell are you talking about?
They're not going to put them in there, and I'm just going to be sad. I'm going to cry.
They're going to be like a $97 DLC.
I'll buy it.
I know you will because you're stupid.
It's like me and Zelda.
Yeah, you're stupid too.
Next story. It's not really a story. Just
Next
games
piece
that are
of
launching.
news.
Is Tekken 7 launching
Tekken
tomorrow,
7 is
June
launching
2nd, or
tomorrow
today
when this podcast comes out. Yeah.
Last
Another
Tekken game
fighting
I
game?
played was Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Wii U edition, where they had mushrooms and stuff.
Nice.
Nice. But other than that, I love Tekken. I played a lot of Tekken 5 on PS2. That was one of my favorite fighting games ever. But I probably won't be getting it now because it is. I don't really feel like paying full price right now for any new games because
it's my life.
Of all the fucking money we just spent.
Going to E3. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's like a huge year for fighting games, like out of nowhere, where we got Injustice 2, now Tekken 7, ARMS is coming out.
Yep.
It's considered a fighting game, and
there's
also
one more,
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And maybe a Smash Bros. Who knows?
Possibly.
Doubt
I
it.
see that. Honestly, I see that coming out like spring 2018 kind of thing. So
Great predictions. Good
Save-
predicts.
Save the prediction.
Next story. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, and stuff has been trickling out ever since about the new Assassin's Creed game, and we finally have what seems to be an actual leak of a T-shirt design of like the new Assassin's Creed game. The logo on the shirt says Assassin's Creed Origins, and the symbol is the regular Assassin's Creed symbol that we've seen for years, and it's got the Eye of Horus in the center of it. And the actual design on the shirt is of just some assassin man, who's presumably who we're playing.
Egyptian.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's
I'm actually really
still
excited too.
Egyptian.
Wait, do our bullshit predictions also include that Ubisoft's going to announce an Assassin's Creed?
Well, seeing
Yes.
as if I said in the beginning of the episode, we're not doing Ubisoft, EA, or Bethesda things. Yeah.
Plus, I'm pretty sure they'll announce it before E3.
Yeah, probably.
They dealt with Watch Dogs 2 last year. They'll probably do it this year too.
Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 2.
They do
There's
it all
two
the
dogs
time.
watching men.
No comments.
Sorry.
Fractured buttholes.
Nice.
Oh, nice. But yeah, really excited for Assassin's Creed. We're talking about this like every single week because like more news keeps coming out about it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm still
You'll
so
hear about
excited for
next
it.
week.
Yeah, pumped. Origins sounds cool. Sounds like they're doing some story thing with the ancient ones. Maybe I don't know. We'll
There's
see.
really nothing much to talk about. We haven't seen any gameplay. We've just been hearing the leaks forever now.
That'll be our
I'm
post
sure,
E3.
like this time by next week or next week. I don't know. I could see them holding the actual gameplay reveal until their actual press
Yeah,
conference.
like they did the same thing with Watch Dogs 2 last year. They didn't show any gameplay. They just showed that trailer where there's that weird donut dancing.
And then they went on for like 2.5 hours talking about like the Assassin's Creed movie and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, next story. This one is actually kind of surprising to me, is that the PS3 has ceased production. We saw last year that the Xbox 360, Microsoft finally ceased production on that, but with Sony, they've at least with the PS2. Granted, the PS2 is the
Sold a
best-selling
lot.
console of all time.
Exactly.
Like that continued going on forever.
That was like recently. They
it was only
discontinued
recently.
PS2.
Like it was like in Brazil where you still get like FIFA game, like FIFA 15 or 14 is like
Released
the
on
last
the PS2.
FIFA. Yeah, on the PlayStation 2.
That's funny.
But the PS3, it's. We were talking earlier how like the 360 and the PS3, like the 360 just like, did so much better like throughout that generation. But what a lot of people don't realize is that PS3, there was a brief moment where it outsold the 360 at the like near the end. But then I was looking at the numbers after this news got out a couple days ago, and it seems like they're kind of like neck and neck now. Where I think like the Xbox 360 might have like 500,000 more on them.
Yeah, the PS3 definitely did really well late in its cycle.
Yeah, like it didn't help them when they first launched with like $600 and
It was an $800 Blu-ray machine.
yeah, like it
crazy.
was the cheapest Blu-ray machine at the time too, which was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw how I was mentioning earlier. The PS3 was really a different time for Sony, where they took a lot of different risks. Which is, we didn't really ever have games like Heavy Rain or the Uncharted trilogy or like The Last of Us or even Infamous for like an open world superhero game that was that in depth on like Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 or whatever. But like they did so much interesting stuff, but then they also did have a bunch of like fuck ups and just like tumbles. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember PlayStation Home. It was just it was like a random avatar hub setting. It was like a Club Penguin, but for like that was just like on your PlayStation. That was like so random. It was just really weird. Like the PS3 Sony generation is a weird Sony, but a good Sony that I like. It reminds me a lot of like what the Nintendo era between Wii and DS, where
that was
like they were just like Sony was just so behind at that point. They could just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, because they knew that if they messed up, they wouldn't lose anything because they didn't have anything. So it makes sense.
They were able to fall in the hardcore, which is good. And then after people finally, like near the end, people actually started to pay for the system. Once it went through like 3 different, or went through like 4 different actual hardware cycles.
Yeah, it did.
Where like
it changed twice without. So you have the big.
I have the second fat one, which one it can't play PS2 games.
Yeah, so the first one did, the second one cannot. Then it got slimmer. Then it got. Then the memory changed on it. Then it got even slimmer.
Yeah, they did like the George Foreman grill one.
Yeah,
the top loader one, which is that one looks all right. And even because all PS3 games can even play, which is something I didn't know until like a lot recently, where all PS3 games can play PS1 games.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like you can play PS1 on any PS1 game on any PS3.
That's super random.
Yeah, funny though. But yeah, it makes sense that they're finally ending it. It clearly did not do as well as the PlayStation 2. I don't think anything ever will do as good as the PlayStation 2 ever again.
Yeah.
But yeah, finally they're focusing hard on PS4 and PS4 Pro.
Yeah. And for all diehard PlayStation 3 fans, you know, rip the PlayStation 3 for Michael.
Rip in peace.
Oh, for Michael.
For Michael.
Oh my god, those commercials are great.
Yeah.
For Michael. It's just funny. Then they also had the Marcus PSP commercials.
Yeah. Where's the Matthew one?
We're going to get the Matthew Vita PS4 commercial while we're waiting. And the Matthew PS4 Pro.
My favorite part of that entire commercial. Omaha!
Yeah. For Omaha.
Sitting there on the beach. This got super racist real quick, but just go look at the commercial. I'm fine.
Other than that, last story that Matt listed on here, unless he left any surprises on the back, which he didn't, is that Middle-earth: Shadow of War has been delayed until October 10th, 2017, as opposed to its August release date. This is how convenient. After Rockstar delayed Red Dead Redemption 2, people are starting to take back the false spots.
Yeah, they are. A lot of people have been looking forward to the Shadow of War sequel to Middle-earth.
I didn't play the first one. I heard it plays a lot like the Arkham games, but I'm just not a Lord of the Rings guy.
I absolutely love the concept of the game. So when you kill an enemy, you kill a boss, it comes back and hunts you.
The Nemesis system.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And I've never played it myself. It's something that I want to play. It's just I probably will never play it because I have too many other things that I want to play and probably will never play.
Or because you're too busy playing Elder Scrolls Online.
Shut up. And Counter-Strike. And maybe sometimes Overwatch when I like it, but then sometimes I get super salty and ditch it.
You should just get on PS4 and play with us.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I just absolutely love it. Maybe the second one will probably be something I do end up picking up just to see how it is. I don't know. I haven't made a decision yet.
I'm probably not going to pick it up just probably because there's already going to be so much during that time of year, and I'm not a fan of the Lord of the Rings. Even though people tell me that you don't need to be a Lord of the Rings fan to enjoy it, but I can't really do with a fantasy setting unless it hooks me.
Play Breath of the Wild.
It can get real nerdy sometimes, and I can't do that shit.
Just play Breath of the Wild. That'll take care of all your fantasy needs.
Matt, why'd you stand up?
I just wanted to stand up.
Oh, are we going to get a standing desk soon?
Yeah, hopefully. Because chairs are super uncomfortable. Thanks, Marcus.
They're not chairs, they're stools.
Roasted.
Well, I mean,
this is what happens when we record at my house.
Yeah, well.
Then the other thing that caught my eye about this news is that what's in summer now other than, like, we had that, now all I can think of is just, like, Agents of Mayhem and Splatoon 2.
And Sonic Mania.
That's
Agents of Mayhem.
You guys both did that in sync. That was very nice.
That wasn't even planned either.
So it turns out summer is going to be bare again.
But to be fair, there's a lot of games that all of us have yet to play that are released early in this year.
Yeah.
So it'll be bare in terms of new games, but it won't be bare in terms of games to play.
Yeah. Plus I have Elder Scrolls to play, so.
And you've got Overwatch to play.
Is that it? Did you want to talk about anything else?
I don't know if you guys saw there was Titanfall 2 DLC that was announced.
Wow. All of like 3 people will actually come.
Yeah, I know. If Overwatch didn't exist, I'd hella be playing Titanfall 2 right now.
Titanfall 2 was great. They announced a new Titan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't.
BT? My boy, Big BT.
What was the numbers? BT
752. I don't remember.
You don't remember? You used to say that all the time.
He can't fit through my chassis can't fit through the door. I love BT so much.
Yeah,
I want to say 7.5. What a great game!
That's one of the games I want to go back to, but like, at the same time,
I said I don't play multiplayer games, but like sometimes one will hook me. In the original Titanfall and Titanfall 2, if Overwatch didn't exist, I would be playing Titanfall 2 to this day. You saw how I would come back to Titanfall 1 in like 2015 for some reason.
Yeah, I'd log on to Xbox and I'd be playing Titanfall like the randomest time, and I'd be like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Because they even gave away all the DLC for free for that one. Yeah, but it kind of saddens me that I don't know if we'll ever get a Titanfall 3.
No, we won't.
Because it did not sell.
Yeah. Well, because the EA kind of like fucked themselves over by releasing it, like sandwiching it in between Battlefield 1 and Infinite Warfare last year. which
they won't make that mistake again.
I don't know why they did that to their own game. Like, one of them was their own big AAA game.
I think they thought Titanfall was big enough that it would survive, but
I think they kind of just wanted to like take the attraction away from Call of Duty, which
they failed.
Yeah, I think they should have just waited until earlier this year. It would have been freaking great,
but they didn't.
Did you want to talk about your Life is Strange news, Mike? We can go through that.
Sure.
Well, you can go through that. Matt and I. Life is Strange is free on PS Plus now. The PS Plus games came out.
Honestly,
highlighted ones are Killing Floor 2 and Life is Strange. I haven't played Life is Strange yet. I bought it on Xbox One years ago. I've yet to play it, but I'll play it on PS4 now, even though it's free.
If you haven't played Life is Strange, like, there's something wrong with you. That game is fantastic.
I haven't played it.
Matt, I'm looking directly at you. Like, my eyes are locked into your eyeballs right now.
So
you have to play that game.
He says something is wrong with me. But yesterday I showed Mike 4 pieces of Zelda art for $25 a piece, and he considered buying them all.
I did not consider buying them all.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
Yeah, you print them out. Use a printer. There you go.
Okay, I didn't buy them, but yeah. So they released back to Life is Strange. Apparently there was a leak of like screenshots from the prequel of Life is Strange, which the Chloe was a star, which I don't really like. I didn't really like Chloe.
Nobody cares.
No, we don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I'm talking to myself.
You have 2 minutes to nerd out. Go.
But yeah, so it looks really cool. Like, Life is Strange was great, so I'm obviously really excited for a prequel. Like, when I say that Life is Strange is one of my favorite games of the last generation, or this generation, I guess I played on PS4. Like, I'm not lying. It was fantastic.
I'm going to stop you now. The developers have said recently, in the past 2-3 weeks, that they will not be at E3. Do you think they are lying and that they
No,
will be
well,
there?
because like the developers don't nod. But see, Donut has that vampire game coming out this year. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Which one?
No.
It's called Vampire.
Oh, okay.
What?
It's called Vampire. You haven't seen it?
No.
Okay, look it up after. But yeah,
I remember there was a vampire game that came out late 360 and PS3. I forget what it was called.
No,
like
it's a
Slain
new
or
game.
something. It did horribly.
Vampire.
This game is literally called Vampire. Vampyr.
Do you believe in vampires?
No.
Do you even believe in miracles?
No.
Well, I don't know. You like cults. You could be a vampire, man.
I don't like cults. I think cults are interesting. I don't like cults.
So, for those of you who don't know Mike personally, and a lot of you don't, and we do, Mike is by far one of the biggest Zelda fans I've ever met. And when I mean that, I mean he has just the most random crap in his room. The guy bought, like, Yahtzee, and he's never even played Yahtzee before.
No, I did not buy Yahtzee. I considered it, but I never did.
Anyway, just because it has Zelda on the name.
To sum up my collection, I have 6 Zelda puzzles, only one of which I've opened.
Anyway,
that says it all.
Anyway, so when he talks about another game highly like he does, there has to be some sort of, like, I don't know, belief, kinda. I want to use the word because I have lack of a better one.
However, he is like a real big fan of Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 1 was a great game. You can't even deny that.
It was a good game.
Okay.
I think a lot of people know what I was about to say, and I'm gonna not say it because I take it back.
All right. Cool.
So it's a great day to end at the
Is that all you want? You didn't even answer my question.
What was your question?
Because we both cut you off.
yeah, we did.
Started making fun
of through that.
Do you think they're going to be at E3? You said Donut was making a vampire game.
So I think Vampire will be at E3. I don't know which conference, or it probably won't be at any conference, but it'll be there. And I guess if they're going to focus on that game, it makes more sense for them to focus on that game. I think Capcom is publishing Vampire, if I remember correctly. I might be lying on that, but it's not Square Enix that's publishing it. And I'm pretty sure Square Enix will publish this Life is Strange 2. So if that's the case, then it probably won't be this year, and it'll probably be later this year, or hopefully soon.
Well,
Matt, did you want to add anything?
No, I'm good.
Just please play Life is Strange, and for all you listeners, please go play Life is Strange. Just
all
please.
5 of you.
It's free on what? PSN, you said?
PlayStation Plus.
If you got PS Plus, please download it and play it.
What if they all have Xboxes?
Then buy a PS4.
What the fuck? They can spend $5 to buy it on Xbox.
No,
$420.
Hey, okay. PS4's got lots of great games, so
I'm not.
Uncharted
that's
4.
not what I'm disputing. That's what I'm not disputing. I'm just saying,
Uncharted
like,
4, man.
The money that they can save.
Never
listen to. So rule number 1 is never listen to Mike.
Yeah.
Rule number 2.
I have literally a shelf full of Zelda stuff. I'm not the best person to take money advice from.
No, he's not. Neither am I, though. It's fine. Anyway, so Marcus, if you want to lead us off.
I'm the host. I'll lead us off when I want to. Well, I'm going to lead us off. I'm going to end us off. That's it. That's been it for this episode. Next week, as I mentioned at the top of the show, we will be doing our E3 predictions. We post episodes every Friday on iTunes and SoundCloud and YouTube in the future. I've been working on that. I kind of want to say maybe by next week, but I don't know if I want to give myself an actual date. I am the king of procrastination, so we'll see.
He most certainly is the king of procrastination.
He plays Overwatch.
I'm gonna say by next Friday we might have YouTube videos, and by YouTube videos I mean like if any of you are familiar with Game Explain, which will mean like a logo or like a picture with us talking over. Because I know some people don't like to actually use podcast services and would rather just have YouTube on in the background.
It's good if we have an option.
That and every time I stream, I will do some editing and pick and choose some of the best highlights from said stream and post it on the YouTube channel as well, just for some diversity.
And that stream is your own channel, which is at twitch.tv/nightmaremc, which is with 2 I's.
NIIGHTMAREMC.
Mike, do you want to plug your Twitch?
Sure. Twitch.tv/Fuse Shadows. No space, no nothing. Fuse Shadows.
No numbers at the end?
No numbers at the end.
I don't stream on Twitch because
he's Marcus Martins.
Because I'm not a nerd.
Oh, roasted.
Okay. You can follow
all of the people who are richer
follow
than
the
you.
community on Twitter
at NBG Community.
Still don't follow that account.
Like last week, why would we listen to our own stuff?
We don't plug our own Twitters, but I don't know. We can do that this time because I'm the host.
Sure.
And Matt doesn't do that. Matt, what's your Twitter? I don't know.
Nightmare MC, same way.
Mine's at Fuse Shadows with an underscore. Fuse_Shadows.
I'm at MVL Marcus. I don't really tweet that much. I'll retweet once every once in a while.
I retweet some baseball stuff. So if you like baseball,
do you want to pimp your MySpace?
Yeah.
Your Instagram?
Don't have Instagram.
We should make an Instagram.
Maybe we should.
I think we should.
I'll
let you do that. If
you look around, you can maybe find us on Instagram. You have to do some deep stalking.
Probably at NBG Community, same as Twitter. I'm going to try.
Hopefully it's not taken.
And look for Matt.
Because if it was,
look for Matt specifically on Instagram.
No, don't look for me on Instagram. You won't find me. My account is private. You don't know my face. It's fine.
Isn't your face your profile photo?
Yeah, it is, but they don't know what that is. Number one, and number two, good luck trying to spell my last name. People think it starts with a G.
W4KL.
I like it.
And yeah, you can reach us at nothingbutgamespodcast@gmail.com. Email us your questions if you ever have any questions, comments, concerns. It can be about anything. It can be about what we think is going to happen at E3 2018.
I mean, if you needed some relationship advice because your girlfriend decided to cheat on you, you can email me too, and I'll help you out, bro.
If your girlfriend left you for your best friend, we know the guy to ask about.
All right, it can be about Mike's favorite cult. Well, things have gotten real.
Sorry, I had to get you back for the earlier incident.
Thank you all for listening. Things have gotten out of hand. And goodbye.
You can hear that punch.
I hope tonight them hips don't lie. I'm starting to feel this right. Invention.
Oh, Mike just singing this without the song is totally going to be like what was the fucking blooper at the end.
100% it is.